Hello, this is Jenny Fern, and today I'd like to share with you a hopefully relaxing video about basically weeding my garden on a wonderful Saturday morning. So, first thing, there is this adorable little kitten and his mom. These are stray cats. They don't belong to anyone. These are feral cats, which is too bad. We have quite a problem in our neighborhood with a bunch of stray cats. And they're one of my worst garden pests, actually, because they dig into the soft dirt, the good dirt that I use to plant my plants in. They just tear up any seedlings that I have growing in there. But this little kitten was just so cute that I had to forgive him. And yeah, they've been hanging out in this little area, this kind of secluded area, kind of between the fence and over on my neighbor's side as well. So this month, August, I've decided that I would like to challenge myself to release a video every day. So participate in VEDIA, or Video Every Day in August, and share some more of videos and some more of my life. I have some footage. I've been filming, kind of stockpiling, so some of this is from, a couple weeks ago. So I hope you'll forgive me for not having, filming every day as a priority, but that's really not super feasible. So instead, I'll just share some snippets from earlier times and, throughout the week, stuff like that. So I have some fun videos planned, and I thought I'd kick off the month with a relaxing session of tending to the garden, pulling weeds, and not sweating immensely in the hot summer sun. So yeah, feel free to garden alongside me. I don't plan on talking this entire time, but maybe have some nice garden sounds. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult because I do live near a road, and so there can be some road noise, but also there's some beautiful bird sounds and, just a ton of bees. One of the best things about being out in the garden in the morning is that the bees are out because it's not so hot that they're hidden away yet. And so you get to see all the bees pollinating your squashes and that kind of thing. As you can probably tell, Bermuda grass, I think that's what it is one of the most persistent weeds in my garden. It spreads very readily and it's really hard to pull out. It's kind of like ropes, like tacked into the ground at multiple locations. So it can be difficult to pull. It's like some sort of nautical cord or something like that. At least that's what I feel like when I'm pulling them. Then I also have bindweed, which I think is something that most gardeners have to struggle with. The wild morning glory. I always thought when I was a kid that those flowers, so basically weeds, were pretty. They were cool. I would see them coming up, and I'm like, oh, these are so cute. Same with the scarlet pimpernels. I always thought those were very pretty. And some of the less loved flowers because of how obnoxious they are as weeds. I also tend to have a lot of narrow leaf plantain, but that's less so in my garden beds. That's more in the regions of my garden that were originally grass, because my grass, or my lawn, was almost entirely narrow leaf plantain and burr clover. So I do get some burr clover as well, and I do also get some oak trees coming up. So sometimes with the oak trees, I try to transplant them into some sort of container and see if I can keep it alive. I had one in my house for quite a long time that actually started growing pretty nicely. And then my cat bit off the whole top of it, and so it was decapitated quite critically, and it very much did not recover from that. So I have a couple of oak trees that I pulled up out of this garden that I then transplanted into some little cups, and I don't think they're doing super well. The cups are quite small, so I don't have the best hope. But I'm not sure where to put these trees, where I could actually tend to them and where I would want them to be in the yard. So I might throw them out, as much as it pains me to throw out a whole tree. I might have to do that, because I don't know how many oak trees I can actually have in my yard until it's too many. Because I do have a successful oak tree that I pulled up out of the garden that I put into a large container, and I have some perennial flowers growing up around that, and hopefully it starts to get a little bit bigger. I'm not sure how long you can keep an oak tree in a pot, but I think that would be the way that I would like to have this tree. So maybe it'll just be a small stunted little thing. I don't know. It's kind of funny. Last year, I started pulling weeds as like a way to release anger and frustrations about things that just didn't seem fair in life, and it led me to find out more about the plants that I was pulling up. I got kind of, you get kind of intimately involved with these plants when you're yanking them up out of the earth. You get a feel for if they're like a defensive plant, if they have spikes, or if they are very, hard to pull, or if they just tend to seem to give up pretty easily. You get like a sense for how this plant works. And so I started looking up the names for the plants, and that started a whole new thing. I wrote a bit about pulling weeds. I wrote a little excerpt, and I also incorporated it into one of the first short stories that I ever wrote. So anyway, pulling weeds can be pretty important to people, and more than just, keeping a garden tidy. So I guess I have kind of a connection to it. And yeah, on this mint, there's just a ton of bees. It's kind of scary, actually, going in to the garden bed with all of these bees buzzing around you. But it's also beautiful, and they really just want the flowers. They don't want you. Anyway, it was a beautiful morning, and it was a great way to beat the heat going out early. And as always, thanks for watching.